Hello, class. Today I will be presenting my research to you. The title of my research is Enhancing Human Life. It's done by me, Christian Lowens, for Business 104 class. What's it all about? The topic of my presentation to you today is bioengineering. Many people don't know what bioengineering is. Bioengineering combines many fields of studies, such as chemical, medical, electrical, and mechanical engineering. Some examples include artificial hips, knees, and other joints in our bodies. It also includes engineering other parts of our bodies as well, such as our somatic body cells to react a certain way. Which brings me to my next point. And my next point is gene therapy. Now, gene therapy is a technique in biomedicine that uses genes to treat and prevent diseases or aging. Now, many of these diseases that I'm going to talk to you about today are associated with aging. So, some people are born with chromosomal deficiency and mutated genes. And scientists and researchers have found that new genes can be inserted and introduced into the body to help fight these diseases. So we believe that our future is in our genes. Now, gene therapy is important because there's a main study in our telomeres, and telomeres are the very tips of our chromosomes. So similar to the plastic caps on the end of a shoelace, they hold our DNA together. So they keep it from unraveling. And our body creates this natural enzyme called telomerase. Now, telomerase extends our telomere growth. So it enhances our telomere growth, and we believe that this is the solution for aging. Scientists and researchers have found different kinds of therapies and medicines for diseases, and they are currently going through clinical trials so that way we can go ahead and get these medications out on the market. Now, some diseases associated with aging are cardiovascular disease. And cardiovascular disease is diseases that are associated with the heart or lungs. There's also cancer. And cancer is another serious disease that involves mutated cells. So when cells are mutated, cancers form. Arthritis, that's another serious disease as well. As we get older, you find more and more people start developing arthritis and pain in their bodies. Now, another disease is cataracts. As you get older, you lose sight. Osteoporosis is a disease where your bones start to deteriorate. So as you get older, your bones start to hurt, your joints start to hurt. That's osteoporosis. Diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes, is more associated with genes. And scientists and researchers have found that by artificially manufacturing these genes to react a certain way, we can stop type 2 diabetes and, in fact, all of these diseases. Alzheimer's disease is another disease that is another serious disease. It makes you forget who you are, where you are, or what you're doing. Why does anyone care? Well, there's 4 reasons. The first reason is to live a healthier life. The second reason is to slow the aging process. So everyone wants to live a healthier life. I would believe so. But at the same time, we are able to slow the aging process and cure diseases that are associated with getting older. So with all of these things happening, will be able to expand human life expectancy. So the next steps are more research. Of course, we do need to find more research in biomedicine, bioengineering, so that way we can manufacture our genes to work a certain way. Now, throughout this process of research, we go through trials and errors, whether it be animal testing or just going through lab trials. There are going to be errors within that process that we have to find so that way they don't occur in the future. Now, with all of that said, the production of these drugs that will be emerged onto the market and trending is important in a business aspect because we will be able to distribute these drugs efficiently with the help of more research and trials and error. Scientists and researchers seem to believe that with the help of all of these studies, we'll be able to change the world. So questions. When did we find out about gene therapy? Well, gene therapy was first discovered in the early 20th century, and ever since we have been doing extensive research to expand our knowledge and find out the biology of our genes and our telomeres. How does gene replacement therapy work? So, gene replacement therapy works by inserting an artificial gene into our DNA or into our chromosomes. So, when we insert these genes into our cells, we're able to halt the aging process and diseases associated with that process. What are potential disadvantages of gene therapy? So, some disadvantages would be if genes, these artificial genes, were inserted in the wrong places of our cells. Now, if they're inserted in the wrong places, that's very serious because that could cause more mutations or even cancers. So we do have to do very extensive research, and those trials and errors are very important and beneficial. So is gene therapy a good thing? I believe so. I believe that gene therapy is the future of biomedicine. And with that being said, we will be able to cure the world's most serious diseases. So what is the ultimate goal of gene therapy? I want you to ask yourself this question. What if you were able to live a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life with optimal telomere length? Thank you for listening to my presentation today, and have a great night.